If you want to know the face of evil, that woman right there is as evil can get. Now, before I go on, go ahead and please like, subscribe, share on all my videos, including all my other alt-tech platforms such as Rumble, BitChute, and Odyssey. I will be trying to do more specific content over there because Susan Woj over here on YouTube no likey what I say. So I have to be cognizant of the fact that they want to ban people with a dissenting opinion, especially in a topic like this. The CDC's Walensky, Biden administration planning education and counseling for the unjib-jabbed. There's a lot of times where I basically say, a lot of my videos, that the left wants your ass in a re-education camp, especially if you're on the right side of the political spectrum. What does she mean by education and counseling for the unjib-jabbed? I don't know. Wait a minute, I do know. That's rhetorical. You see, what she means is, on the surface, it's going to be like, well, we're going to be sending pamphlets through the mail. They always start out small because they know they can't go all the way to number 11 because, well, when you go to 11, you can't sort of bring it back a little bit. Once you go to 11, it's done. And 11 being putting your ass in a re-education camp. Now, education and counseling, what does that mean? Well, pamphlets. Then there's going to be coming door to door to educate you and counsel you for the unjib-jabbed. Of course, later on, it's going to get more diabolical. Soon it'll be checkpoints on the road, checking if your passport is up to date. And then it gets to 11, where they arrest you and throw you into a FEMA camp, if you will. And then make sure that, at first, they're going to counsel you and educate you. Of course, on the left side of the political spectrum, from that bias right there. And then they're going to force vaccinate you. That's what's going to happen. But they can't go that too far too quick. So, Centers for the Disease Control Prevention Director Rochelle Walensky said on this week's broadcast of Fox News Sunday that the potato administration has a plan for education and counseling of essential workers so they're comfortable getting vaccinated. So they want to indoctrinate you. So let me ask you this. If the jib-jab is 100% above board, then why would they need to educate and counsel the unvaxxed? I'd like to know that. If it's 100% safe and effective, why are they going this route? If in fact that's the case. I don't know. I always say consult your doctor. I don't want to be involved in your medical decisions. I don't want to know your medical decisions. I don't even want to know your medical status. That is not my concern. I don't want to know about it. But apparently, I have to know about it now. I don't, but we do. Anchor Chris Wallace, a leftist douchefuck, says, let's talk about mandates for adults. President Potato was asked about the controversial mandates for essential workers at his town hall last week. And basically in the video, it says, should police officers, emergency responders be mandated to get the jib-jab? If not, should they stay at home or they go? The Potato says yes and yes. Wallace continued, are you still full speed ahead on mandates for essential workers to get vaccinated? Walensky said, we have seen that these mandates are getting more and more people vaccinated. So what she's basically saying is that by the threat of losing your job, it's a carrot and stick. Let's say that you have a lot of concerns. You've read through the data. You've parsed through it. You've weighed your concerns, the pros and cons, and you're like, nah. And then the government comes around and says, you will do it, or else. Well, there's a lot of people out there like, well, I'm already 20 years into the military. I can't necessarily just stop doing it. So I'm going to get jib-jabbed, where you have to. And, well, that's one way they get you to do it. Another way, they do it is they say, well, you're going to go on unpaid leave until you do it, until you do what we want. No, you can do what you want. But for you to continue to get paid at this job, you have to get jib-jabbed. Until then, you stay home. You're essentially fired or let go. You're sort of laid off until you prove the fact that you get the jib-jab. That's a funny way of forcing your way on people, forcing your will onto people. So, it says, here's what we know. The most disruptive thing you can do to a workforce is to have a COOF outbreak in the workforce. Yeah, but people get better. But then it continues. That was definitely not only to send people home, but send people to the hospital, and some may pass. What we know from the police workforce is there have been more deaths from the COOF over the last year, and more than half of them other causes of death for the workforce combined. I don't know if that's true, honestly, because Walensky has been known to lie out her ass. So, are police dying in droves? No. So again, I don't get this whole, you have to get jib-jabbed. Well, we all know from the CDC data that if you do get sick and you have no pre-existing conditions, your survivability rate is pretty goddamn high. You got a better chance of being hit by lightning twice while pleasuring yourself in a park by yourself. So I don't get this whole, we need to get jib-jabbed with the efficacy rate. You be the judge. So we believe it's very important to get these people jibbity-jab-jabbed. There is a plan, should these people not want to be vaccinated, towards education and counseling to get the people information they need so they are feeling comfortable in getting vaccinated. Now, think about that for a second. The same people that are trying to force this on everyone are the same people who are going to give you education and counseling. Imagine that. Let's say you have a serial killer out there that's out there whacking people. But to make sure that you feel comfortable for them to off you properly, they're going to counsel and educate you on why you should die at their hands. Now that's being hyperbolic, I get it. It's kind of not the correct analogy, but I kind of like it because you got a organization or a person, like a serial killer, out there telling you that I'm going to educate you on why this action is the best for you and the best for us, or me, the serial killer. So we're going out there making sure that you know that what we want for you is the best. See, I would more like a third party that's not tied to the government to give education and counseling out there why they should and or shouldn't. You see, the government is going to give you a rosy picture through rose-colored glasses. They're going to tell you it's the best for you to get jib-jabbed. Then you ask, okay, what about all these people out there, myocarditis, other instances of the jib-jab not working out too well? They're going to ignore you. Ignore you. What? Yeah. They're going to ignore those facets because they don't want you to go, well, wait a minute, what about this? Don't worry about that. Ignore it. Just say it's safe and effective. And perhaps it is. Perhaps it's safe and effective for 99.97% of the population. However, for the other 0.03%, it's going to get real ugly. But they don't want to talk about that. Susan Woj out there in the Facebooks and the big tech platforms, they don't want you to know the dirty little secrets of it. No. They don't want you to go out there and parse through the data yourself. No. They don't want you to do that. The big tech platforms, Susan Woj, the Zuckerbergs, the Twitterites, they want you to shut the fuck up and do what you're fucking told. No. You see, our country wasn't based on, or wasn't founded on, being just do what you're fucking told and shut the fuck up. That is not what we're doing. That is not what you should do. You shouldn't trust the government. You should be skeptical on everything the government wants to educate and counsel you on, especially on medical decisions, which should be between you and a medical professional.